There we go. All right. Hey, sometimes you're one-man operations around here whenever whenever everybody's talking to other folks around. So guys, I want to say thank you for coming by. If you don't know, we're in the Drag Driver Pete booth here at PRI 2025. Isn't the first time we've seen each other this weekend.
No.
First time we've been in this booth at the same time.
Yeah. No, you're out about doing your thing, and we came by a couple times. You weren't here, but now we got this. We're blessed with your presence.
Oh, well, I'm blessed with y'all. I appreciate it.
And we definitely want to come over and see you guys before we got out of town. There's a snowstorm coming in, so we'll be heading back up to old cold Michigan here soon.
I don't know how people live up this way. I don't like this at all. But I'll tell you this much: if you guys don't know Diehl Brothers Racing, you guys are awesome. Quickest super street record holders. There's no other super street car or class that's been faster than you guys. You were really fixing to lay it out at Drag Week. Some things went sideways.
A car went sideways.
Sideways and into a wall at
roughly
200 mile an hour.
Yeah. So pretty interesting build. The one thing that I feel like is great with the sport, and you guys you doing drag and drives, is you are so approachable. Like people can see that car, they can come over, they can talk. You guys are always ready to talk to people and just help explain, answer questions, all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
He's always ready to talk.
Yeah. Not him.
Getting him to shut up, that's a trick.
You're not wrong. I don't mind. Like, you know what? If somebody has a question, we don't hide any secrets. We tell everybody everything they ever wanted to know about the car.
Yep.
Or anything that we do for that matter. We had a lot of people this weekend say, man, it's kind of cool. We don't do the videos for clout or I don't even know, to be famous, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
We do it because it's a documentary of what we're doing.
Yep.
We can go back 10 years from now and look at hey, look what we or our kids can check it out.
Kids,
I document stuff because I want to be able to tell my kids Pawpaw was cool.
Yeah.
This is the stuff I did.
And that's why we're doing it still, and we're having fun with it now. Yeah. So the whole YouTube thing, it was kind of weird for us. We didn't know how to we still don't know what we're doing. We're just doing it. But it's also opened doors, and people got it was kind of cool this weekend. I bet you agree. Guys coming, hey man, I didn't know how to do that, and I seen you guys do it. I was able to do it on my own.
Oh wow!
That is honest to God truth. One of the best feelings that I had.
Sorry, we're live, but I also want to record these.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. One of the best feelings was guys saying stuff like that, or he'll probably tell you the one that we got this morning or yesterday morning. The guy ended up with a tumor or something.
Oh yeah, the guy that made the comment on there, like apparently, you see who was out there when we wrecked, was everybody was talking about how worried they were about us, and he wound up with some health issues, wound up have to have a tumor removed, and now like what he looks forward to is watching our videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's like, man, that's humble.
It's so wild, right? Like, and people from around the world. And that's what's cool about PRIs. Man, there's been so many times. I know you guys see it all the time, but you're walking around, you're talking to folks we know. We all have our race car friends, but then somebody will be like, oh man, hey, I watch all your stuff. Hey, I love this about what car you do, all that kind of stuff. So it's really
crazy to us. So we're having a fight, or it's
a humbling experience.
It's hard. It's been tough this weekend. I mean, like you said, this has been one of my favorite PRIs.
Yep.
We didn't come with a itinerary. We didn't say, hey, we got to do this, this, and this. We had certain places we knew we had to hit, and this is one of them. We wanted to go over sick booth and like Race Star and Field. A couple guys, our sponsor stuff.
Yep.
Other than that, we were here to, I said, shake hands and kiss babies.
Yeah.
And I say it in a funny way because we don't get to talk. We just said it out here when we were talking to you. This conversation is hard to have a lot of times. You force us sometimes, like, hey man, I want to talk to you real quick. And if you don't force it on us, it doesesn't happen because we're at a race event. We're trying to win. If we're there,
if we're there,
we don't go anywhere unless we're trying to win. And I know that sounds bad in some respects because it is fun to just be there.
Yeah.
But we like we like the competition.
Yes.
And anybody knows us probably knows that we're kind of competitive.
So let's talk about that for a minute because it is important. So I'm a fun guy. Yeah. I don't have fast cars. I'm not ever probably going to be at the top of some list, right? But there's two levels to this, and that's what's really cool to me about Drag and Drive is you have guys that are fine running in the street race small block power rider class. They're running 930s.
Mm-hmm.
They're not willing to put that beating on their car to run a 850 something, right? Yeah. But you guys, y'all want it. Like Chris Mary in your car is one of the only ones. Like 12 people in the whole world have ran an 8500, and he's one of them in a car that you guys built. And hey, it wasn't by luck. Like, it's sheer work.
No, it's a lot of work goes into building that stuff to line out everything and make it does what it does. I mean, that car pretty much can come out right now. And it's going to go 850 and a number
Anywhere we
take it. But we got, all the air's a little different here today. Okay, so we need to make a small adjustment here, maybe bring the power in a little bit quicker, or oh hey, it ran just a little bit fast, went 849 a number. I remember, what was it, drag week the one year, like his first pass every day was like an 849.6 or an 849.7 first pass out every day. Yeah. And then the second pass would be like an 850 or 851.
Yep.
858 or 850 with an 8.
Yeah.
It was like, we're trying to get it, because we're really trying to hit that O number every time. That's and all the guys in that class.
That is a fun class, because it is challenging and it's very, very competitive. Well, and I'll be honest, I don't like making all them laps, which is why I'm in the fast class now, because I'm not trying to go.
On us
I'm not trying to go 7, 8, 9 laps to try to get an 850 and a number. I'd prefer just make a pass, go a 680 and pack up and leave.
Well, this is a good segue talking about the 850 to bring up, I think with you here especially. We think there's a big opening in drag and drive for a 750 class. The truth is,
so here's what I thought for a long time, and early on this may have been it, but Super Street for a long time was really, nobody went faster than 750.
Yeah, it used to be the 750 class.
Like, right. So yeah, I'm in. I think we certainly see that.
Like Sick Week, they have the 275 and then the whatever. They have two 850 classes.
Yep.
I say they open up the one 850 class so that everybody fits into one, and then do the street race
275 class, street race 275, which is the lesser rule where you can have aftermarket suspensions, all that kind of stuff.
Let that be your 750 class, because there's a lot of, and it's not even for us. Like I said in a couple of posts, we just want to see everybody have a place where they can compete. And the problem is you got a lot of 750 cert cars out there that have nowhere to go now.
Yeah, because like you guys are going 680 in Super Street.
Well, even we're jumping out of Super Street for a minute. I know that you're going to ask this question. So for Sick Week, at least, with the billet engine in there, we got to go to modified.
Oh man.
So the car
heavy hitters in there.
Yeah.
But okay, let's talk about that for a second, because now you go from Super Street holding the record at what, 688 or something?
No, 690.
The record's at 690. Well, we went 696. We'll call it.
Right.
Yeah.
So the average.
Yeah.
So and like this new car makes way more power. It's lighter weight, all that kind of stuff. So, but now you're going to be very competitive in modified. That I have no doubt about that.
Oh, we wouldn't. I will tell you this, and this is we're not going to any class, A, not to win, but B, we're going to a class, we're going there to set a record.
Yeah.
So whatever the record is in that class, I might already message you on it. I know you know. I think it's 629 or something like that.
Yep. Somewhere in there.
That we need to go faster than that. That's all there is to it, and that's an average. So it's not like we can do it one time. We got to do it 5 times.
At different tracks.
At different tracks.
4 different tracks, 5 different days. Again, that's why drag and drive, and you got to drive it between. So like, you guys do a lot of heads up stuff. Yeah.
Pretty much every weekend.
Right. Elimination style stuff. How does that affect your thought process when you go into it's like tournament poker versus cash payout poker? Like, are you trying to win the tournament and hold your money? You're trying to win everybody's money at the table. You know what I mean?
We play a different game. Yeah, no, it's a different game. We talk about this. First off, when we go to a track for a drag, for anything, but for a drag and drive particularly, me and Dave already discussed what we want our incrementals to be at each track before we even get there. So we have an idea
where we want our 60-foot mark to be, where we want our 330 to be, and where we want our 8th mile to be, where everything fall out where we need it to be.
And the rest from 8th mile out doesn't even matter to us, to be honest with you. We hit those 3 incrementals, so we have a plan. So we knew, like with Super Street, we only had a target of 118 to 115, 60. We could actually go 121 technically in our book of thought. Wow. And run a 680 to a 690. And so our incrementals, this first test pass, he let off, I think, just after 8,000 foot, and it was a 7.0 or whatever it was. And we knew that our incrementals where they needed to be. We locked that in. And then, of course, at 6 summer, our nemesis was Tri-State.
Always is.
And it has been since they started that event. This year, though, Alex Taylor, Steve, Goldstone, none of them on a big tire even went down. So we were like, oh, yeah, we're in big trouble. Yeah. And, of course, I think I even heard you talk about it at one point. We spun on our first hit. Dave comes back around. It was a blessing because the brake rod fell out. So we wouldn't have had brakes if it went. Oof. So I'm blessed that it happened. We get back. He fixes it. He's upside down. Somebody gets a picture of it. He's upside down.
I can't think of her name. The new chick with Sick.
Oh, Emily? No,
Emily.
She was
that's Emily, isn't it?
Emily was Lexi.
No, not Lexi. No. The other chick.
Anyways,
yeah, whatever.
He's upside down. His feet's on the roof. I'm in the laptop. I'm running it underneath, changing socks. I said, all right, Dave, I just need you to drive the car a little bit. I'm going to go no prep on this thing. It might wheelie. I'd rather have it wheelie than not stick the tire. Loosen up the rear, a couple clicks, loosen up the front 4 clicks, which is a lot. We opened up the limiters. Actually put, I think, 4 more gallons of gas in the back to get a little bias in the rear.
Nice.
And the truth is, we were the first 6-second pass that day. And that's the worst track. Like we knew at that point, we felt good that we were locked the class up at that. I think at that point, Doug was already out, which sucked because we really wanted to battle Doug.
Yeah, it was going to be a good battle.
Yeah, we were hoping for that battle with Doug. And no, he's going to be modified this year too now. So
nice.
I think he's got a billet engine, which will bump him up like us. So there's going to be
more. He's got a billet LT from Stephanie from Silver Days.
Yeah, so we get to still battle out with him, which is awesome. Then you have the guy we just talked to earlier with the 3rd gen.
He's got I can't think of his name now. He's got the red 3rd gen twin turbo big block Camaro.
He came in 3rd in 2 years ago at Sick Week. Six summer. Anyways, long story is he's a fast car.
He's been 680s.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got a couple heavy hitters. And then we were just talking. I think it'd be a statement piece if we do good at Sick Week. And this is just getting ahead of ourselves a lot. 6th summer, we're already registered, obviously.
Yeah.
We might jump on a small tires and go see if we can do something with a 235.
Oh my God.
Why? We chase a couple different classes, and then if somebody lowers our super street record,
Richard, talking to you.
Yeah, we're coming back. Once it's lowered, we're coming back. That's the thing.
The other end is sitting there ready to go.
We kept the cast block and somebody caught on to it earlier. I know why you kept the cast block. I'm like, yep. As soon as somebody touches that record, then it gives us a reason to come back and play in that class.
Well, so all right, that is a great conversation to have because you guys have been in this a long time. You know, we see Jeff Lutz held that record since 2016. Now is fallen.
Yeah,
like he was at drag week, just couldn't make any more passes.
He's had some bad luck, man. Right? I'm telling you, he's trying. He's trying.
Car's on the ragged edge, right?
It is.
So you start thinking, like, man, now that has dropped, is that reigniting a fire in him to come back? Are we going to see? Larry Larson's record fell at Rocky Mountain Race Week this year. So like now you got 2 heavy hitters from the early days. Are those guys going to come back now because those records?
I hope so. I'd love to see that.
I love the competition.
And then we're seeing some of the and then you brought this up a minute ago. We got guys like Steve Morris getting radios on the old wagon
right here next door.
Right next door. So I'm proud of that whole deal. You know, Steve's been told for years. I got on him real. You know, I pick on Steve all the time. We're good friends. And after the better half Camaros, you know, went 670 on its like 5th pass. I think that was the seal of the deal there. And so I'm glad. I'm really excited to see that car work. And then you got the better half Camaro coming out. I think it's going to be a modified. Oh no, iron. Ultimate iron. I think that'll fit Ultimate Iron class based off of everything. I've already looked it over. And
I think that's what he was saying yesterday.
Yeah, so because he don't know the classes. He's only been in one class this whole time.
Yeah.
So Steve's asking me. I'm like, dude. I mean, we really only play a couple classes. Let me look. So that's going to be a cool car to see with Val driving it. And I don't know if you know, but Goldstone put radios on the Javelin.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then
been all over that.
And then I got word today that Schroeder's putting a couple days ago that he's got a set of radios that he's bought. So
on the nitrous car.
Yep.
Wow.
Not that, and I think he said you wouldn't see it. You won't see it at Stick Meet like that because he ain't got time. But it's still cool to see the transition to radio. Now, do you see a guy like Lutz? He's been on radio before in other cars. Does he come and try a radio? Or
well, when you got the new radio that Mickey has, that 34-inch radio. Yep. Now are these guys going to be coming out on them in these drag and drives all of a sudden? You know, I'm like, what is that going to put?
That could be a big game changer.
That tire interesting. It's going to be a lot faster tire for sure.
And here's the thing: our car, we designed our car around fitting a tire about that size. That's a max size.
Wow. We got a big tub in there. We can fit it.
Yeah. So one of our things, we got a hold of Turk 2 years ago when we were doing the carbon tubs. We're like, Turk, it says you can mini tub. What's considered a mini tub? Doesn't mean we just got to stay on the inside of the factory frame. It's like if it's inside the factory frame, it's a mini tub. That's all we needed to know. That's the carbon's allowed, or do we got to do it's like carbon's allowed? There we go.
That's awesome.
So we ran it we didn't run as high as we could. A lot of guys, they'll run it right to the back window. It's pretty high. We can fit about, I think we come up with we said we can do a 34-ish tire, and we could do up to 16 wide. So that thing fits kind of the bill. Not that I'd say we're going to do it, but
wild.
You won't catch it on there.
We do got the right gear for it.
He can talk all he wants. It ain't happening.
We do have a 389 gear that would match up with a 34-inch tire well for a quarter mile.
Wow.
So
let's talk about that for a second. Because listen, that was some controversy that was not necessarily intended, but you've been 200. Like, as you begin to really lean on these cars, they are street
Oh, I
cars
know
at
where
the
this
end
is
of the
going.
day, right? You guys
Uh-huh.
do in your heads up stuff. A lot of your stuff is 8th mile racing.
A lot of
Yeah.
Right. So not that we would ever see every event go that way, but at what point do we begin to see maybe some events offer some 8th mile fast car stuff? Maybe it's an additional class. Maybe it's 5 cars in that class plus 5 cars over here in these, other classes.
I don't think it changes. So here's I see guys out there saying, well, going to quarter changes whether they can make it to the drive or not. I'm going to tell you what the difference would be. Is the way you set your car up to go fast to the 8th is different than the quarter.
Yeah.
And what you would see is a lot of fast 8th mile cars going a lot faster the 8th than you've ever seen before, which by the time they cross the 1,000-footer, technically faster than they would be going to the quarter a lot of times. And so there's an aspect they look at it that is thinks that you're slowing the cars down, and you're not. You're really just seeing that whole, instead of spreading the pass out over this period, you're doing it here, which means you got to do a lot more early, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't been 200. I can't speak. I've been 200 on a bike, 221. He's been 200 in a car. I have not. And I can tell you this, he don't like going 200 anymore than he has to because things can happen. Now he's wrecked at 200. Probably might even feel a little better about it because of safety in the car. Yeah, it did its job. But I'd like to see an 8th mile event where we could really do like we do our heads up stuff.
I back in the day when we started racing, I was always quarter mile. Oh, you ain't drag racing unless you're doing quarter mile. So I see where 99% of these people are coming from. Once you've been in the car and you've gone into competitive racing and stuff like that, you discover how much harder it is to run an 8th mile. You have to be on top of your game, how much faster you have to get your power in. We learned to get fast up front because we had stock block stuff, we're out here racing cars that got 2,500 horsepower with our 1,500 horsepower, but we learned to be really good up front and be fast up front. And it's a lot different, like to have 3,500 horse, and pour it in after, 150, 200 foot and just start pouring the power in to run a quarter mile and be fast.
It's the easy button. It's
the
not
easy
hard.
button.
It's not hard.
To me, it's a lot more challenging to race 8th mile.
Yeah, try to go 200 in the 8th. That's where the real, and that's one of our goals. It's not that and we set goal. Usually it's me that sets goals almost at unattainable.
It might not be in the orange car.
Right. This guy though, this guy now I feel like he's setting goals higher than I even am. So I don't know. It's like a flip. Like I just want to go out and finish the week and go bottom 6s enough to where we can kind of fight for that record at some point. It might not be sickly. It might take a year to get the car figured out.
It's a whole new thing.
Yeah,
whole new battle.
We got a lot of work ahead of us to the weight bias is different. We're twin turbo versus single. Where we were kind of slow at is a 300-foot area. Because a single, you got to get turbine speed up. You got a lot going on. You can only feed it so fast. Even though the boost is there, how much CFM of air is actually moving in there is different. So I know people aren't going to get that right offhand. Going to the twins, you'll see the from the 60 to 330 will speed up. The car is going to accelerate faster. Your G is going to hold higher for a longer period of time. And we got enough turbo for 4,000 horse. So, I mean, if the engine takes it, which Steve gave us 100%, kick it in the teeth as hard as you can kick it kind of go. And if anybody's going to do it, we're going to do it. I'm methodical though. At the same time, Dave will tell you there's times
you're not doing dumb stuff to get there, but you're going to.
Yeah, well, we'll sneak up on everything.
I'm very half a degree of timing here and there points of he knows it. There's times he'll be like, hey man, we're already good spot. We'll just trinkle onto it. And then we find things and we do it that way. And then we find problems too. So I feel like we'll get it figured out. I am stressed out about figuring it out more than he is. He just lets off the button, and we'll have a shirt that says that here soon.
I just let off the button.
That's
where
to tell everybody.
Be available?
On DiehlBrothersRacing .com. I think it's .com, right?
Yeah.
.com. We actually got the website up and going. We're learning. Dave and Greg have been working on that. Also, we actually have the store tied to our YouTube now.
And all that. So
So we're expanding. We got some Christmas shirts coming out that'll be here right after Christmas, of course. I already paid for the design. I was getting them.
Yeah.
So I didn't buy a bunch of them, but they're kind of a cool, funny shirt. We'll end up having those around. Anybody that hasn't, like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube. It does help us. Like we didn't realize, like I said, we're new to this.
Yeah.
How much that can be helpful.
Yeah.
And it's not about the monetary all the
Comments
time.
and shares, like we need that. You got to have that engagement. People love that.
yeah, we're a little behind on our engagement back with people because we've been here this whole time.
Oh yeah.
I
haven't
answer-
even looked at anything.
Well, and
We'll catch up on that tonight.
Messenger says 103 messages.
I added one to it.
I don't even know what to do.
Got a week worth of catching up now.
Oh yeah.
Until we get to a point where we can't, like, I get in there and I answer like YouTube. I get in and answer every single question. Let's just, if it's negative, anybody knows me, I stay away from negative. I don't want nothing to do with negative. You're not going to get me into a battle online. I'm just not going to do it.
You don't argue with
I
people?
don't. I will not argue with people. Dave jumps on and answers questions when he gets a chance. He's a little less into that, but he'll see something that has to do with him. I've seen he'll jump on usually, and
That's awesome.
so we try to get. We
Or if
want
I
that
have an
interaction.
opportunity to make fun of him,
Yeah, he does
I'll
that too.
definitely do that.
And that's real life. Like, if people are like, man, you guys have no idea how we'll go back and forth for 20 minutes sometimes, almost in a scream fest.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, we're working together. I'm holding apart. He's welding it. We figured it out.
So what you're
Well, what he
saying
does though, when
is-
he's holding it, I always make sure that I have a little drag past his hand and a little zap.
He might. And then,
That's awesome.
the other day ago, I had a whole bunch of dirt on my hand. I'm wiping it on his face, but it's legit. We're having fun doing what we're doing. So
Well, cool. Well, guys, thank you for coming by so often.
yeah.
We appreciate that. We have been not in the booth like we should have been.
Well-
It's been crazy. We've got
Dude, it's
so many places and people to see and all that.
Race car friends, man. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Well,
Telling you,
To be
right?
honest,
like,
this
for nothing,
isn't
I
as
think about it.
important as you going to shake hands and see people that you talk to. Like, you guys are a big part of
we
Drag and Drive.
we
So
walked across the other day, or yesterday we were going over to, I think to the Driven booth, and it took 40 minutes to get from here to Driven, which is really should take about 4, but like every 10 steps we'd see somebody else we knew. So it's always cool. Like you guys know it too. You go around, people to see a fan will see you and stop you for a picture. Somebody that's a friend that you haven't seen in 2 years, and then, oh, man, what's going on?
fellow racers we ain't seen in a couple months because we ain't been racing. It's
Yeah.
coming up
this
on.
is family to us, man.
Yeah.
That's why I said this was no itinerary. We're not going to ask people for sponsors because we know a lot of people. We came to talk to you, talk to guys, and
See our
shake
people.
hands, see, because we miss everybody. It's
Absolutely.
weird because you get it. See, a Drag and Drive is another way, and I'm sure you feel this. I know you feel this.
Yeah.
Drag and Drive is different because you're with these people for 7 to 10 days sometimes, right? You're staying at the same hotels. You're working on the cars together. You're racing down the street. It becomes a family.
Oh,
I
yes.
brought it up the other day ago. It's almost like wrestling. The reason I like wrestling for my kids is on the weekends when your kids wrestle, you for high school,
the whole family.
the whole family is at the meet. Everybody brings food, so you eat together with all these other families while you're there. Your kids all wrestle together. It turns into a family atmosphere. It's not basketball. It's not football. It's not the same. And he's been a part of it and sees it now. So that's what I think. I think the Drag and Drive, part of what bit us is like, you need a park. Somebody's got it. I don't care if you're racing them for the
Yep.
points or whatever it might be. If you need food, you need water, you need somebody to hold. Everybody chips in. I can't think of a negative thing for the most part I've ever had with
Yep.
Drag and
No.
Drive.
Not one.
It's amazing. It truly is a group of family friends that are running around. Okay.
Yep.
You guys got to get back to it. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Diehl Brothers Racing, Diehl. Make sure you're following it there. Guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll
I need
see
luck
you
getting
soon.
We'll
home.
keep-
We're about to
we'll
go drive through the
We'll
snowstorm.
keep posting pictures and updates and stuff so you can keep seeing what's going on.
All right. My feet or my dogs are done.